Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I'm okay. And your first name is?
My name is Krishana.
Krishana. Okay. All
Yes.
right. You were here
I just
earlier.
had a couple.
You were here earlier.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was on earlier,
Okay. What
but
do you got
I
for me?
was having some technical. So, I was listening in, and I just had a couple of questions. So, a couple people introduced me to your channel, which I enjoy it. But I have some questions just on how you're correlating, like the black woman separate from the black men, meaning like, you know, as a black woman, you're doing this, this, and this, and this. But wouldn't it have some type of similarity because she comes from the black man as well? Like,
How old are
I
you?
had someone 31.
Who's responsible for your actions?
I am.
That's your answer.
Okay.
I mean, where do you work?
I work for a company based in Chicago, but
Okay,
I
so
live in
based in
Houston,
Chicago.
Texas.
But
Hmm.
they pay you a salary. They pay you, right?
Yes.
So they pay you to do a job. And you know how that and you know what the expectations are. If you don't do the
Hmm.
job, do you get paid? Long term?
Um,
Long term, would you get paid if you stop doing the job?
no, but I don't know if you understand my question. Because I guess when I had heard something when you said other groups. And so what I couldn't understand is that, as a black woman, you're saying, okay, you black women against these other groups, they got it right, but you didn't. So does that
Give me a
mean that
specific.
the
Okay,
black
give me
man
a
can?
specific thing because I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but you can't speak to me in vague and then ask me to be specific. What are you specifically
Okay.
asking me?
I'm wondering, I'm wondering why, let's see. I'm wondering two things. One of the things is when you said value system. I was listening to that and trying to really understand what you mean by that value system because I believe that that's different per person. So high value to me might be something different than someone else. Like to me, high value does not mean finances because I've met so many people with tons of finances and great
I value who,
success record.
ma'am? Men or women?
Men, men,
Okay,
men,
so
men.
are you telling me you can be a high value man and be homeless?
No,
Okay, what does the world mean when they say a man is of high value? Are they speaking about his character primarily?
no.
No,
Okay, you're
no,
saying
they're
okay,
speaking
fine.
primarily of his resources and his usefulness to the group.
Okay,
Yes,
yes.
that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay. So, and then you mentioned something about black women's behavior uh,
Mm-hmm.
being correlated or an extension of black men's behavior.
Mm-hmm.
Were you raised with your father in the house?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But my grandfather, yeah, but not my
Okay.
father, no.
No, ma'am. That's why I asked you. Who's responsible for your grown behavior? You are. But here's a question I have for
Mm-hmm.
you. As a 31-year-old black female professional, why would anyone's behavior be someone else's fault?
It's not.
Okay,
You're
I
correct.
know, but that goes to a greater
Mm-hmm.
point. So often,
Mm-hmm.
black women often deflect their individual accountability or responsibility to things outside of themselves. Colorism,
Okay.
racism, white
Mm-hmm.
supremacy, lack of father,
Mm-hmm.
this, that, da 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 da. But at the end of the day, you are responsible, meaning you, meaning black women, meaning an individual is responsible for what they do.
Right.
All right. So if black women are just
Okay.
as responsible as anybody else is for what they do, who is impacting black women's inability to get the outcomes they want?
Okay.
That's a question.
Hmm. Well,
If black women are responsible like everybody else is on this planet, who is responsible for individual black women not getting the outcomes that they want?
It would be an individual. It would be your responsibility to get your own outcome
So the
for what
answer
you
is
want.
the individual black woman is responsible for her choices and not getting what she wants.
Right.
Right. So we can get rid of the colorism and sexism and misogynoir and all this other kind of stuff because a singularly competitive woman can get what she wants.
Okay.
Okay.
But you're still saying under what you're saying, it still needs to be the black woman is still it just I don't know. I guess it feels like you're super harsh on the black woman,
Why?
and for me, it's like
Why, man? Hold on. Why am I super harsh? I've just used your logic in everything I've asked you. You've came down and made a very logical decision. I'm responsible for what I do at work because they pay me. If I cease to do what I'm supposed to do, they'll get rid of me. I asked you, who's responsible for what you do? You said you are. How am I being any more harsh? How am I being harsh? Please explain.
well, I think perhaps it's just I may not be able to explain it. Perhaps it could just be an emotion that's arising when you say that.
Oh, okay.
I've heard your video
Okay,
a
but
couple
see,
times, and I don't know what it is that
but are
you're
we?
saying.
But no, but see, you said I'm doing something, and then you said there's emotion. I'm not doing anything. I've just laid out exactly what I'm doing, and your logic is even lined up with it. So you're having an
Mhm.
emotional response to the truth.
Right.
Okay, whose responsibility is that?
That would be my
Right.
responsibility to control the emotion because it's just your
Are
truth.
you familiar with Shahrazad Ali?
I actually someone recently, yes, in some ways, not too
30
much.
plus years ago, she wrote a book that basically is the black man's guide to dealing with the black woman. And in that book, she
Hmm.
pretty much laid out that everybody's been put under a microscope in this world, in this country, except for
Hmm.
black women. And she
Hmm.
got so much pushback. That book that she wrote 30 some odd years ago is telling of where we are today. Here's the
Mm.
thing. Who can honestly tell black women the truth in this
Hmm.
country?
I
You
feel
can
like,
go ahead.
I mean, I come to my own truths
Okay,
just by speaking to other people, and they tell me something, and I'm like, wow, I hear it twice, then I believe it's obviously an
right.
issue. So
Right,
I kind of self fix.
had you not been able to get through to me, you would have gone around saying that I come down hard on black women.
Well, I just no, I was just more or less when I just basically thought that you had a different thought process on what value meant, and it just didn't align with what I
Okay,
believed. So
I am
I'm more.
very clear. No, ma'am, I am very, very deliberate and clear when I put anything out. I provide definitions, I
Mhm.
provide metaphors, similes. I am very clear and consistent. So if you're
Right.
unclear, that's not because I have not been clear. But what I'm saying is if you had not been able to get through to talk to me,
Mhm.
you would have walked around with an erroneous belief about what I'm saying and what I mean.
Mhm.
And
That's true.
if you talk to somebody, you would have shared that with them.
No,
If
because I
they
believe
asked you
everyone
about
should.
watching my videos or watch, if they say, "Have you ever watched Kevin Samuel's channel?" You'd have just said no.
Well, I would just say it didn't resonate with me 100%, but I've seen some great points.
My ultimate point is this: black men telling black women the truth offends you.
Hmm.
It offends you. The truth of black
Hmm.
men telling black women the truth is offensive. And many
Hmm.
reasons it's offensive to you. One, because most black women believe you're above or superior to black men.
Hmm. 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 That's probably true because yeah.
Yeah, why? Why? I've had women your age call to my show who are half my age, nowhere close to being as learned or as accomplished, talking to me as though I'm beneath them. And they know my bona fides. Do you see that
Hmm.
happening anywhere else? Or was that a black phenomena?
But if it's something that's happening throughout,
Do you see that
the
happening? Do you see that? Okay, I asked, do you see it happening anywhere else? Do you?
I don't. So I must be honest with you. I don't. I filter my information to simply focus on the Black community.
Okay.
So no, I don't see that happening
So you're
anywhere
going
else.
to
But I'm
say,
not comparing us to any
so if
other
you're going to
people.
say if it's happening somewhere else, where else where's the else?
Some other platforms that I listen to or look at.
Okay. What platform do you
Mhm.
ever hear black women engaging with black men in a respectful place where black men are in the leadership or the dominant position?
Mm, well, I guess I haven't really. Yeah, most of the platforms are just like one person speaking to the people and then in the comments, but it's not usually a dialogue.
Okay. And are there women leading these platforms?
No, it's mostly men.
Okay. So you're telling me
Mhm.
you've never see black men and black women interacting on a platform?
Honestly, not too much unless it's like on the political side, but not necessarily on the relationship side.
Okay, on the political
No.
side. On the political side.
Hmm.
Where do you see black women engaging black men in a political debate where they're not meeting him as an equal?
Well, I can't. I haven't seen that. No.
The truth of the matter is,
Mm.
ma'am, you go in the black community and black women actually speak to black men with a low level amount of disrespect or contempt.
Mm.
Even when you called in here, would you say that you were calling in good faith, or were you calling in thinking that there was a problem?
Um, I wanted clarification, but I did definitely think that there was
Right.
a.
So there was no good faith.
Okay.
So I just get thousands and thousands of people
Hmm.
watching me because I'm bullshit. No good faith.
No. Well.
No, listen to what I'm about to say to
Okay.
you. It doesn't matter how many hundreds of videos or thousands of hours or calls or doesn't matter any of the work. I had to prove it to you individually. Who the French toast of a black man has time to go around to prove to each and every one of you black women that we're worth a damn?
Hmm.
The nerve of you ladies. A black man has to go around and basically sit down and talk to each one of you. What other group? But then you want us to go build Wakanda and slay white supremacy
Mm. But do you,
with no help.
mm. But do you think that perhaps it's the wrong approach?
Okay,
Perhaps.
then who has the right approach, ma'am? Tell me.
Well, perhaps if I believe solely like if something's happening consistently, it might be you the problem, not the
Okay,
other
ma'am, I
person the
asked you a very
problem.
specific question. Who has the right approach, ma'am? Tell me.
Well, I can just use myself as an example. I've been approached in different ways from different people. Some people have more of a
No,
respectful
no, no,
approach,
man.
and some.
You're asking me, do I think it's my approach? And I'm asking you, let me be more clear. What man has the right approach to black women?
I mean,
What black
there's
man
particular.
has the right approach to black women in your mind?
I really like Dr. Umar Johnson's approach to just the whole situation in general. I
You
really
like
like
wait,
that.
okay, you like Doctor
I do. I
you
just feel
like
like he's a
Doctor Okay,
real
so
stand-up man. So.
hold on. Dr. Umar Johnson's approach, be a little bit more specific because when I see Dr. Umar Johnson
Well.
speak, when I see Dr. Umar Johnson speaking, I see something. I've seen him on, the Breakfast Club. I've seen some of his
Mhm.
videos stand alone. But what are you saying? Give me some examples of videos or times you say Dr. Umar Johnson struck the right tone with black women?
I just I feel that his approach to I can speak for just myself makes me that to me would seem like a real man just by the knowledge as well
What do you
as
mean the
how
real
he
man? You
under.
mean the guy who got caught up with the conscious stripper? You mean the guy who calls you
Well,
queen
I
all
mean
the Hold
that's
on, ma'am. You mean no,
normal.
no, no, it's not, ma'am.
I mean
No, it's
that's
really not.
life.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Stop, please. Don't overtalk me just because we disagree. No, it's not, ma'am. You mean the guy who hasn't built this school in countless years, who is being dogged by even followers and subscribers. So you think I should go around calling black women queen to get your money, and then to knock up a stripper or some other stuff like that? That's the standard. See, what I've realized with black women like yourself is you can get away with a lot by telling you what you want to hear.
Hmm.
But that ain't
Hmm.
me because I
Right.
have some integrity about myself.
Hmm.
And nothing you said today disproves, nothing you said today dissuades me from the direction I'm going. I like the path I'm going on. telling
Right.
exactly what I see, the truth, and you can either decide to accept it or not. But it's not mean, it's not harsh, it's not undeserved, and it's not accurate, and it's not inaccurate. It's very accurate.
Mhm.
And the person who started this dialogue between you and I came here with good faith. You didn't.
Mhm.
That's the problem. Too much of that between black men and black women. Black men can sit down at the table with black women in good faith, but until you start
Mhm.
meeting us at the table in good faith, you ain't gonna get it. Because the guys who can get shit done, let me ask you, what has Umar Johnson gotten accomplished?
Hmm. I can't answer that because I don't know. I don't
So
know. I just, yeah.
let's go. A man who has been going around for years talking about a school that he has not even done one thing with, has not got anything accomplished.
Again, why I want to just give some clarification as to, I guess, where I'm coming from. I think I'm coming from a different spot, and maybe I should have
Okay, what
been.
spot are you
I'm
coming
coming from.
from?
Well, I'm more on like a spirit. I don't. I think value. Like, to me, money. I don't want to live under a system. I know that I live under the
Knock
system
this.
of
Okay,
finances,
so
but
tell me where.
I don't want
Tell
to.
me where.
Spirituality
Okay,
is
so
where I'm
you can have
coming.
out. You know what allowed you spirituality. Okay, did you go to college?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, why didn't you just graduate from high school and then go uh, on a pilgrimage around the world living spiritually? Why don't you give up all your earthly beings and all your earthly belongings and go live a spiritual life out in the damn park somewhere? You don't want to be that spiritual. See, what it is, ma'am, is you on some of this Hotep back to Africa, strong power, but you don't want to do the business. You want to be called queen, but you don't want to be subordinate to a king. And kings speak like I do. And kings have to do stuff. They can't just sit around and tell you, oh, you're beautiful. We got to fight wars. We got to administrate. We have to build roads, buildings, hospitals, schools. And we can't listen to bleeding hearts who want to have their ego stroked all the time. Sometimes a king has to chop off some heads.
Okay.
What's your role?
Educating the youth, the younger people,
No,
on their history.
no,
That's my role.
no. Your role is to support me and whatever I
Okay.
say, do.
Okay. Hmm.
Oh, is that not the queen's role? Is that not the
No,
helpmeet's
you're
role? Are you a Christian?
no.
Do you believe in any sort of religion?
I don't believe in religion.
Okay, do
I'm a
you understand
spiritual
the animal
person.
kingdom? What is the
Yes, I
female's role?
do.
What is the female's role on the planet? What's her role?
Okay.
No, it's not okay. What is it?
Well,
Educated.
she's. I okay. Mother. I would say
You can't mother
to.
without my seed.
Okay.
What I give you, you multiply. But you have no role without me. The female's role on the planet is a man. Get with it. Women
Mhm.
cannot survive in nature without us. You don't carry the spark of life. We do. We build the world. You nest in the world. You're not my partner. You're my helpmate. You're my helpmeet. You're not my equal.
Okay.
Is that
No,
not
I agree with
accurate?
that.
I mean,
No, I agree with that.
so if that's the case, that means eventually that means if something has to be done, the talking has to stop and the work has to start. There's somebody who has to say, okay, we're going that way. And I can't have you asking me, well, maybe it's your direction, maybe it's your tone. I need you to shut the French toast up and march.
Mm-hmm.
That's how every other group gets stuff done. Their women decide to shut up and follow. Why do you have the president you have in the White House? Because if there's a black
Mm-hmm.
man talking about coochie grabbing and everything else, no, no, no. Mm-mm. But white women said, I would rather have that man than that woman. So they said, with all the stuff behind him and bankruptcies and tax, no, 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 we're going to just march. Every
Mm-hmm.
other group of women can march and follow their men. But you want black men to be like, approach it like Umar Johnson. I got no problem with Umar Johnson personally, but he's done
Mm-hmm.
nothing except talk real well. Talks real well. You do know his father don't even support his message, right?
Well, no, I didn't know that, but that's
Really?
neither here nor there. I mean,
Yes, it is. If the it's what? You mean what? Are you serious?
I, I mean,
Okay, man. Maybe you should do this. Maybe after you get off here, go do a quick Google search of the man you said has the right tone. Go find out who you're really
mhm.
talking about. Because if you're coming at it from a spiritual standpoint, a character standpoint, a substantive standpoint, that's even more laughable than what you already said. You don't know
Okay.
the you don't know the man. He just calls you queen. And you can
Okay.
and people on and now watch on YouTube, I need you to understand something. What did I tell you when women start to laugh? It's a tell.
It's a what? A tail. Hmm. Okay.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Umar Johnson. I'll be damned. See, how do you compete with that? See, sisters, you want black men to build Wakanda? Then you're gonna have to do your part. Follow. Not challenge, follow. Because truly high value men, I'm not gonna ask you to do your part. They're gonna if you got questions, here's how truly high value men move. You start asking questions, oh, hold on, I'll be right back. They go over there. And they never show up again. Next thing you know, security be asking you to leave the property. They're not going to go back and forth with you and debate. They got time. They're not going to debate with somebody who's asking questions in bad faith. Me, it's part of what I do. Saying,
I never mind. I don't even. Never mind. Because never mind.
I don't
Thank
understand, ma'am. You
you,
were talking about
Mr.
high
Guy.
value men and confidence.
I just was saying once upon a time because I'm 33, so it's like I met quite a few men in my time. It's just the type of guys that I actually like. If when I get them, I don't know. It's like I believe. It's not saying that I believe. I know it's a confidence thing because it's like it's not that I can't obtain it or I can't get it. It's I
What do you
had
mean
it.
by high
I
value?
have it
What do you
now.
mean by what do you mean by high value? Are you talking about the kind of money these guys make?
Just I'm it's actually, sir, it's not even about the money. It's about the mentality. I like I like alpha males. I really
You like
do.
alpha
That's just
males.
my
Oh,
thing.
okay. Do you have any children?
I have one son,
Oh, okay.
and I had him at 27. I'm 33.
And high value men tend to make on the high.
Not denying that.
So you're looking for a man that's like a 6-figure guy?
He don't have to be six figures. All I'm saying is that I just want someone that has class, that has value, basically.
Okay.
That's pretty much it. It's not even about a money thing.
Well, where's the father of your child?
He's around. He's around. He helps. He take care of his son. There's nothing wrong with that. He's definitely not the issue. He's a good person. He's a good
But
person.
why aren't you guys together?
All I can say.
Was he a high value man? Was he a
Um,
high value man?
very valued. He's valued
No, 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 no. I no, no.
very.
He was. I say again. He was very valued.
He's 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 in my eyes. To me, he's high value. He has his stuff together. He's he's a good man. He's a great man. But for
So, whoa,
me,
whoa.
he's
But if he's a high value man and he's a great man in your eyes and has his stuff together, and you already have a baby with him, why are you out here trying to find another one? Why don't you just get with the one you got?
I'm not well, sir. I mean, he said that I was too good for him, like I was too nice, basically.
Okay.
He, in my eyes, he preferred more girls that kind on the hood side. I'm not exactly that. I like to
Uh,
hold conversations. I like to learn things. I like to do things. He's not quite that type of person, which I
so
knew
why did you
then.
give him?
It's
So
just
why
at
did
the
you give
time
him?
when
Hold on,
I
hold on, hold on, hold
met
on.
him.
Right. Then why did you give him a baby?
Well, honestly, I kept him because I honestly
Why did
didn't
you
think
give
I could
him a?
have
You,
a child.
no, no,
Mm,
no, no,
I'm
no.
listening.
You gave this man a child, and I'm asking you, why'd you have a baby with this man if he wasn't? See, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth.
Okay.
Why'd you have a kid with a man who ain't worth being with?
Honestly, I had a kid because I didn't want to have an abortion, and I was old enough and kind of doing, good enough to have him. I mean, we were good, but once the baby came, he just kind of flipped. I don't want to. Yeah,
Okay.
he kind of flipped
All right.
basically.
All right, ma'am. The reason I ask you is because you came on talking about confidence and changing and high value, and you're all over the place. I'm just not getting it. And 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 again,
All
another.
I was saying, just to answer.
Well, you can't answer
I'm sorry. I just
the question you were answering, ma'am, is see when your life is chaotic like this, it's hard for people to take your opinion seriously.
okay. That's fair.
Ladies, people are calling in to get advice and are listening to a woman who says she confidence and this and that and can change but you're not doing it in your own life. I want a high value man. I want an alpha male. All right. What about your ex? Well, he's a good man and a great character. Well, why aren't you with him? Well, because he ain't that. What?
Well, no, he
No,
said. Well,
ma'am. No,
sir, he said that.
I've heard enough. I've heard enough. I've heard enough. I've heard what you had to say. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and that's okay. But I would say this: high value men have something to do with income first. And men of a certain status do not want to be a stepfather to a woman who is a baby mama.
Okay.
You're not a widow. You're not a divorcee. You're a single. I don't call them single mothers. I call them baby mamas. And high value men
Okay,
do
that's fine.
well. I mean, you call into the show, so see. Here's the problem: when a lot of women like yourself speak on high value men like you've had them, and you haven't. You make it seem common. You did not have a high value man, but you tried to say like you did and like you're a woman on that level, and you're
Okay, well,
not. That's a problem. Just be who you are and embrace it.
I'm understanding what you say, but listening to your other shows versus blue collar versus white collar and all that stuff, when I think of a high value man, whether it's white collar or blue collar, I just think of a man who has standards. And not saying that my son's father wasn't a good person or whatever. I should have left when I had a chance to, which is true.
But you had a
Honestly, I
baby with
didn't
him.
think.
You had a baby with him.
Well,
And what kind of, and what did
it's
he
no
what did he
excuses.
do for a living? What was his job? What was his job title?
Well, he's in construction welding, but it's like temp job. But
So he
he
was not
comes from
fully
a
employed,
well-off family.
ma'am. He was not fully employed. You said temp
No,
jobs. That
he
means not
wasn't.
full,
But he's the
ma'am.
type of
Not fully employed, meaning 2,000 hours a year. Temp job means temporary, meaning not full. He was not fully employed. You had
I'm
it.
not arguing with you.
I
I'm
know you're not. I'm
totally
just getting the
listening to
facts.
you.
I'm just getting the stuff straight. You were dealing with a man. You were having unprotected sex with a man who was not fully employed, and you had a child by a man who's not fully employed. He may be a nice guy. I'm not. I'm certainly not gonna run him down. I don't do that. But what I'm saying is, men are looking at the chaotic details of a woman's life, and they're not high value. A man with standards will not touch this. And it sounds like the man you're talking about that you had a child with did not even meet your minimum qualifications for your standard for you to stay. So how are you
I
talking on
take
high
my
value?
faults. Sir, I take my faults. I understand completely what you're saying. Like I said, I did have a child by a man who was
Ma'am,
working at a temporary job. So
the man you had a child with is not even up to your minimum standard for you to remain with him.
this is 5 years ago. I'm not I'm not giving no excuse. Like I said, when I had a chance.
I'm sorry. Let's do that again. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. We have so many women running around talking about high value this, high value that, and you don't have no high value, man. He ain't even have enough value for you to stay with him. I'm tired.
Hey guys, welcome back again to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And before we get into this, don't forget to give credit to Mr. Kevin Samuels because he has more amazing work, more amazing videos that will teach you many things. How to teach you how to navigate yourself around men and women, and that will teach you how to bring out yourself as a black woman in a black society and black men. First of all, let's say for those who are going through different situations, difficult things like the sick and so on, may God heal you before you proceed. Okay, today we are going to look at these ladies. There is a way Mr. KS could make these ladies look like real fools. Okay, because someone could come and speak out something when they are lying, not knowing that the other person will know that these guys are lying somewhere somehow. So after all the lies, they will start looking like fools because they don't even know what to really do, or what to really take, or what really to go with, because they are just confused in their reality or stupidity of answering questions, and they end up giving excuses. Then someone comes in to lie, and after, the other gender will know that they are lying them, and that's why most ladies that call in, they could turn this into shame, and they could turn this into saying, you know what, you don't like us, this and this, because at the end of the day, they were feeling bad for themselves. At the end of the day, they were feeling bad for themselves. So a lot of them were living in denial. First of all, look at this last lady. She says she is looking for high value men. Why is it that most of the ladies that call in are looking for high value men? And that's why a lot of them were asked, are you sure you're looking for a high value man? Are you a high value lady? Are you a classy lady or something? And most of them were just eyeing because they don't really know what to say, or they don't really know what to answer about it, or they don't know how to go about it, or whatsoever. They are just out of the blue. They don't know what to say. They don't know what to answer. Then at the end of the day, they are just going to look out and be like, whatsoever, however, whatever comes around. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as we keep going. May God bless you.